In our family recently, there was a story that required us to be really resilient. I found out that my brother, who's 3 years younger than me, just disappeared, just left home. We didn't know where he went. About 6 weeks later, we actually heard on the Channel 10 news, I think it was Channel 10, that there was at the time, a 39-year-old guy arrested from Kincumber in Cessnock and committed a horrible crime. And we just went, oh man, is that my brother? And it was. And so he was sentenced to an 8-year jail term. He's done 3.5 years of that now. But for us as a family, that was a big shock factor. And to go, how do we actually cope with that in our family? How do we deal with that? And it's obviously it's very complex, very emotionally complex. And it was big for us as a family to cope with that. You know, we've supported him, told him we love him, and they're on the journey with him. But even for our kids, our 4 kids watching on that scenario was really big for us. And just to see our kids, and we would take our kids to jail and visit him in jail, and you learn as you go with things like that. But you know what was really big, and it really blew me away and brought me to tears, was when my daughter Ashleigh, who's here today, Ashleigh would have been probably, when that happened, she was probably 12, she's probably 14, when she showed us a song that she'd written. And she played it. She didn't tell us she'd wrote it first, because she was very vulnerable about that. And we said, that's an awesome song. And then we got out of her that she wrote it about my brother and about that experience. And Kylie and I have invited her here today to sing this song for you, because it's a song of resiliency. And this is the perspective of a 14-year-old child in that complex situation. Ash, do you want to come? This song, thanks Ash, is called A Few More. Do you want to welcome Ash? Thanks for being here, Ash.
Righty.
Thanks, Ash. A few more. Sometimes in extreme challenges that it's just a few more steps, a few more nights. And my prayer for me and for you as we engage in our parenting is that we lead ourselves really well in that. And that we also, not like watered down Red Bull, that our encouragement and our affirmation are potent, that they're real, that it's based on truth, and we encourage and affirm our kids based on who they are, because they're all different, aren't they? They are different. We need to know our kids, affirm truth, and encourage them, and create all those opportunities that Kylie was talking about to build resiliency. So we'd love to ask you things like, what do you do with some of this stuff? How do you actually specifically apply that to your own world, to your own kids, to your own parenting? Because it looks different for every person. If parenting was just this cookie-cutter approach, we could just do that and away we'd go. But it's not. It's different. Different for every person, different for every child. And so we'd love to ask you some things about that, because today is not just about information, it's about some inspiration where hopefully there's something going inside you going, I can do that. This is one thing I can do. This is one way I can have an intentional action that can kind of lead my parenting, maybe into a new season, maybe to be more effective, maybe to lead your whole family to have a greater impact. So it's great that you're in this environment, and love to encourage you to think about what that could look like.